everyone, I am Sajasnya. Welcome back to my channel SciTech. In this video, I'll be comparing the POCO X3 versus the Realme 7 Pro device. So I'll be comparing both phones side by side in terms of the processor, display, battery and charging, build quality, and the final thing is the price. So next we can decide which phone to buy and why. So right now the Realme 7 Pro has been launched in India and the POCO X3 will be very soon will also get launched in India. So you need to decide whether you need to wait for the POCO X3 or should you go and buy the Realme 7 Pro or not. So try to watch till end of the video to get to know complete details about this both comparison in depth. So if you're watching first time this channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel SciTech Guru. So let's get started with the POCO X3 here. So first is the processor. The processor in the POCO X3 is a Snapdragon 732G processor, as you can see here, 732G. So whereas the Realme 7 Pro is unfortunately having the very old, previously old processor, which is a 720G processor. So you'll get the Snapdragon AnTuTu benchmark score around 2,80,000 or 2,60,000 as well with the Snapdragon 720G processor. So that is where the AnTuTu benchmark score is in the Realme 7 Pro. So whereas in the Snapdragon 732G you can get really high scores, more than 3 lakhs of benchmark score. So overall in terms of the performance, if you ask me, I would say the Snapdragon 732G is best in terms of the processor. So overall in this segment, the processor segment, the POCO X3 is a clear winner. So next is a display. So in terms of the display, I do like the Super AMOLED panel in the Realme 7 Pro device, and the POCO X3 has the IPS LCD panel, so that's another drawback for the POCO X3. But the Realme 7 Pro has very good Super AMOLED panel, so that is the advantage. So next, in terms of the display, the Realme 7 Pro is good, but next in the refresh rate, definitely the POCO X3 is a beast one, which has got 120 Hz refresh rate, and also along with that 240 Hz touch sampling rate. So which is also pretty good advantage if you are having this kind of combination, 240 Hz and 120 Hz. So these you can find only in the high-end gaming smartphones. So usually we don't see this kind of combination in the mid-range segments, but we are seeing right now. So that's good to the thanks to this POCO X3 device. So in terms of the refresh rate, definitely POCO X3 is a clear winner. So next is a battery. So in the battery segment as well, the POCO X3 is a winner because of having 5160 mAh of battery capacity, which is very huge when you compare with the 4500 mAh of battery capacity in the Realme 7 Pro device. So in the battery backup segment, I cannot give much comments right now because I don't have the both phones. So in terms of the looking at the capacity, we can seriously say the POCO X3 is a better. So next is the charging. So no doubt the Realme 7 Pro is a beast in terms of the 65 watt fast charging, which can charge in 34 minutes. The POCO X3 will take about 65 minutes to charge. So it's the double the time of the Realme 7 Pro device. So in terms of the charging, the Realme 7 Pro is a clear winner. So next, in terms of the build quality, so I like the build quality in the Realme 7 Pro because of having very lightweight, which is close to 188 grams. So that is not a big difference when you compare the POCO X3, which has around 198 grams. So that's only close to 10 to 15 grams difference. That's it. So that's not a big deal, I can say. But for some people it also matters. So in terms of the build quality and compact size, the Realme 7 Pro is very compact, 6.4 inches, and single hand usability also very good in this mobile phone. And build quality wise, we can also talk about the dual speaker setup, which is also present in the Realme 7 Pro and also in the POCO X3 as well. The POCO X3 also has a dual stereo speaker setup, top and bottom, so which will give you very good audio experience while you are playing the games or watching the videos as well. So that's also another bonus advantage in the POCO X3 device. So next is the pricing. So I forgot to include the cameras. So in terms of the cameras, the Realme 7 Pro has a second generation 64 megapixel camera, and whereas the POCO X3 also has the same kind of lens. So they are using the same kind of Sony IMX682 sensor, as you can see. So both phones, they are having the same kind of sensor. So in terms of the camera segment, both phones should be on same page, so they are good and equal as well. So in terms of the price range, the 20,000 rupees for the Realme 7 Pro and POCO X3 are also gonna launch along with the close to that kind of price range, I guess maybe around 18,000 or 19,000 or 20,000 as well. So now you need to decide which phone to buy. The first question is that if you are a gamer, the ultimate option is a POCO X3 smartphone. And if you are a person who just wants a mobile phone for the media entertainment purpose, so you don't care about long battery or bigger display or better processor, you just want a phone with a good display and a decent size, then the Realme 7 Pro is the best option because it has got very good display and decent build quality and very fast charging as well. So this is the overall comparison of the POCO X3 versus the Realme 7 Pro device. So now it's up to you friends whether to wait for the POCO X3 or you can buy the Realme 7 Pro. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned by subscribing to my channel, Tech Guru. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.